Picture this. It's Monday morning. Your inbox is overflowing, your coffee's gone cold, and you're already dreading the week ahead. Sound familiar? Life in America today feels like a high-speed chase, rushing from one deadline to the next, scrolling through endless feeds of picture-perfect lives, chasing success that always seems just out of reach. The weight of it all presses down, leaving you drained, frustrated, and wondering, is this really it? Welcome to Daily Stoic Habits, where we're cutting through the noise with ancient wisdom that hits harder than ever. Stoicism, the philosophy that steadied Roman emperors and modern-day leaders alike, isn't just old-school advice. It's a lifeline for navigating the chaos of 2025 with clarity, grit, and unshakable peace. You're not alone in feeling like life's a treadmill you can't step off. The pressure to keep up, to win, to have it all together, it's relentless. Maybe you're grinding at a job that demands everything, or you're caught in the comparison trap, eyeing someone else's highlight reel on social media. Maybe you're just tired of reacting to every curveball life throws, from a tough breakup to a project that fell apart. Why does peace feel so elusive even when you're doing all the right things? Here's the raw truth. It's not life that's the problem, it's how you're approaching it. Stoicism flips that script. It's not about chasing external wins or bending the world to your will. It's about mastering your inner world, your thoughts, your reactions, your perspective. That's where real freedom lies. In this video, we're unpacking 10 hard-hitting Stoic truths that'll shake up how you face life's challenges. These aren't soft platitudes or quick fixes. They're tough, transformative lessons that demand you look inward and confront what's holding you back. From letting go of what you can't control to seeing failure as your greatest teacher, these truths cut through the clutter of modern life. They're designed to help you break free from stress. Stop measuring your worth against others and find joy in the journey, not just the destination. Think of Stoicism as your mental gym. Each truth is a rep, building resilience, focus, and a kind of calm that no storm can shake. Why does this matter for you right now? Because life in America moves fast, and the stakes feel higher than ever. Between skyrocketing costs, political noise, and the pressure to make it, it's easy to lose yourself in the grind. Stoicism offers a way out, not by escaping reality, but by facing it head-on with tools that work. Take Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor who ruled through wars and plagues, yet found peace by focusing on what he could control, his mind. Or Epictetus, a former slave who taught that happiness lies in our choices, not our circumstances. Their wisdom, forged in tougher times than ours, is a blueprint for thriving today. Whether you're a hustling entrepreneur, a stressed-out parent, or just someone craving a reset, these Stoic lessons are for you. Let's be real. Change isn't easy. Embracing these truths means facing uncomfortable realities, like admitting you've been wasting energy on things you can't change or that comparing yourself to others is stealing your joy. But here's the payoff: a lighter heart, a sharper mind, and a life that feels yours. Picture waking up each morning not dreading the day, but ready to meet it with steady confidence. That's the power of Stoicism. It's not about numbing your emotions or giving up on ambition. It's about choosing how you respond, finding meaning in setbacks, and building a foundation of peace that holds strong no matter what. This video is your starting line. We'll dive into practical ways to apply these 10 Stoic truths, from daily habits to mindset shifts that stick. You don't need to be a philosopher to get it, just someone ready to show up for themselves, ready to transform how you live, one truth at a time. Subscribe to Daily Stoic Habits and hit the bell icon to join thousands of Americans rediscovering Stoic wisdom for a better life. Share your story in the comments. What's got you feeling stuck? And what do you hope to gain from this journey? The American dream in 2025 feels like a sprint with no finish line. Bills stack up, notifications ping relentlessly, and the pressure to make it gnaws at your core. You're hustling through packed schedules, dodging bad news, and wrestling with the sinking feeling that no matter how fast you run, peace stays just out of reach. Why does life feel so heavy? The chaos isn't just out there, it's in how you're navigating it. Enter Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that's less about dusty books and more about real-world grit. It's a mental toolkit for cutting through. the noise, finding clarity, and standing tall in a world that won't quit. So, what is Stoicism, and why does it hit so hard today? Let's unpack its roots, its raw power, and why these Stoic lessons are your edge for thriving under pressure. Stoicism kicked off in ancient Greece around 300 BCE, when a merchant named Zeno lost his fortune in a shipwreck. Instead of crumbling, he rebuilt his life on a new foundation: wisdom over wealth. In Athens, he taught that true happiness isn't tied to what you own or what happens to you. It's rooted in your inner choices. By the time Stoicism reached Rome, it was the go-to mindset for heavyweights facing brutal realities. Marcus Aurelius, an emperor buried in wars and crises, scratched out nightly reflections on staying calm and fair. Epictetus, once enslaved, preached that freedom lies in mastering your mind, not your circumstances. Seneca, surrounded by riches, argued that no gold could match a steady soul. These weren't armchair thinkers. They were men in the thick of life's storms, proving Stoicism's muscle in the toughest arenas. What makes Stoicism stick around? It's not chasing warm feelings or cosmic answers. It's a street-smart guide for personal growth, built on a core truth. You can't control the world, but you can control your response. That's a game changer in today's America, where uncertainty runs the show. Jobs vanish overnight, social media fuels envy, and the 24/7 news cycle feels like a psychological gauntlet. Stoicism doesn't wave a magic wand to erase these challenges. Instead, it hands you Stoic lessons to forge mental armor, letting you focus on what's yours to shape: your thoughts, your actions, your perspective. It's like learning to surf. You can't stop the waves, but you can ride them with skill. Why does Stoicism vibe so well with Americans? The U.S. is wired for self-reliance, that rugged belief you can carve your own path through hard work and guts. Stoicism echoes that spirit but tweaks it. It says real strength isn't about dominating your circumstances or stacking up trophies. It's about mastering yourself. In a culture screaming more is better, Stoicism whispers a radical truth: less can be enough. Less worry about others' opinions, less obsession with outcomes, less clutter in your mind. This cuts deep in a nation where burnout is a badge of honor. The hustle culture, work late, win big, repeat, promises success but often delivers stress, anxiety, and a nagging sense of, is this all there is? Stoicism offers a way out, not by ditching ambition, but by redefining what winning means. Think about it. What's driving you crazy right now? A boss who doesn't get you? A feed full of curated lives that make yours feel small? Or maybe it's the fear that one wrong move could derail everything. Stoicism steps into those moments with a quiet, steely resolve. It's not about numbing out or pretending problems don't exist. It's about facing them with a clear head and a steady heart. Take Marcus Aurelius, scribbling in his tent while armies clashed outside. He wasn't chasing likes or a corner office. He was chasing inner peace, knowing that's the only victory that lasts. Epictetus, with no freedom in his body, found it in his mind. Their lives weren't easy, but their approach made them unbreakable. That's the promise of Stoicism for you. Whether you're grinding in a cubicle, raising kids, or just trying to keep your head above water, Stoicism's edge lies in its practicality. It's not a feel-good mantra or a one-size-fits-all fix. It's a set of tools you can pick up today and use tomorrow. Feeling crushed by a setback? Stoicism teaches you to see it as a teacher, not a dead end. Caught in the comparison trap? It reminds you your path is yours alone. Overwhelmed by what you can't control? It shows you how to zero in on what you can. These principles aren't locked in the past. They're alive, ready to help you navigate the madness of modern life. In a world that's louder and faster than ever, Stoicism is the anchor that keeps you grounded. Stoicism's power lies in its practicality, tools you can grab and use to navigate the mess of modern life. After uncovering its roots and relevance, it's time to get hands-on with 10 hard-hitting truths that turn philosophy into action. These Stoic lessons aren't just ideas. They're game changers for anyone feeling crushed by stress or stuck in a rut. For Americans juggling work, relationships, and relentless expectations, these truths are a lifeline to clarity and strength. Let's dive into the first two, starting with a truth that rewires how you face life's chaos. Truth 1. You can't control everything, but you can control your response. Life loves throwing curveballs, traffic jams, rude coworkers, plans that crash and burn. Trying to control it all is like wrestling a hurricane. You end up soaked and exhausted. This Stoic truth stings because it forces you to admit some things are beyond your grip. Other people's actions, random setbacks, even the weather. But here's the flip side. You can control your thoughts, choices, and reactions. That's where your power lies. Stoicism teaches that chasing control over the uncontrollable fuels frustration, while mastering your response unlocks peace. It's tough to swallow, because it demands letting go, but that's exactly where freedom begins. These Stoic lessons. Shift your focus inward where real change happens. Picture a packed day in New York. Your boss snaps at you, your train's delayed, and your phone's blowing up with urgent texts. The old you might spiral, fuming at the unfairness. Now think like a Stoic. You can't fix the train or your boss's mood, but you can choose to breathe, stay calm, and tackle what's next. This truth hits home for Americans drowning in to-do lists and deadlines where every hiccup feels personal. The payoff? Less stress, more focus. By zeroing in on your response, you sidestep the mental traps that drain your energy. You walk away from chaos with your head high, knowing you stayed steady. It's like finding solid ground in a storm. 4. Personal growth. This truth is gold. It builds resilience and sharpens your ability to act, not react. Here's how to start. At day's end, jot down one moment that frustrated you. Note what you couldn't control, e.g., a coworker's attitude, and what you could, your reaction. Ask, did I respond with calm, or let it derail me? Tomorrow, pause before reacting, count to 5, breathe, and choose a response that aligns with your values. Practice this daily and watch your peace grow. Ready for the next truth? It's about flipping how you see failure. Truth 2. Failure is your teacher, not your enemy. Failure stings like a slap. A missed promotion, a flopped project, a rejection letter. They can feel like proof you're not enough. This Stoic truth is hard to face because society screams that failure is shameful, something to hide. But Stoicism flips that narrative. Failure isn't the end. It's a mentor showing you where to grow. Every misstep carries a lesson, and dodging it only stalls your progress. Embracing failure as part of the journey builds grit and wisdom. These Stoic lessons reframe setbacks as stepping stones, not roadblocks, pushing you toward mastery. Think of a tech startup in Silicon Valley. You pour months into an app, only for it to crash on launch day. The instinct is to quit, convinced you're a fraud. Now apply Stoicism. That flop reveals bugs to fix, user needs you missed, or marketing gaps. It's not failure, it's feedback. Americans raised on win or go home often fear setbacks, but Stoicism sees them as fuel for growth. The benefit is huge. Resilience skyrockets. You stop fearing failure and start learning from it, gaining confidence with each stumble. Setbacks lose their power to define you, freeing you to take bold risks. Your mind shifts from I failed to I learned, sparking progress. To apply this, try this. After a setback, write down one lesson it taught you, e.g., I need to prep better for pitches. Then list one action to take next, e.g., practice my pitch with a mentor. Each week, reflect on a failure and how it moved you forward. This builds a habit of seeing setbacks as teachers. Up next, how ditching comparison can set you free. Truth 3. Stop comparing yourself. Your path is yours alone. Scroll through Instagram, and it's easy to feel like you're falling behind. Someone's got a better job, a bigger house, a happier smile. Suddenly, your life seems small. Comparison is a thief, stealing your joy and clouding your progress. This Stoic truth hits hard because it's human nature to size yourself up against others, especially in a culture that glorifies winners. But Stoicism insists, your journey is unique, and measuring it against someone else's distorts your growth. Their success doesn't diminish you, it's irrelevant. These Stoic lessons teach you to focus on becoming better than yesterday's you, not outshining someone else. Dropping comparison is tough. It means trusting your own pace, but it's the key to lasting contentment. Consider a Chicago office worker, grinding through 60-hour weeks, eyeing a colleague's flashy promotion. Envy creeps in, whispering they're not enough. Stoicism steps in. That promotion isn't your story. Your growth lies in sharpening your skills, not chasing someone else's spotlight. Americans bombarded by social media's highlight reels often fall into this trap, feeling inadequate despite their strides. The reward is freedom. Letting go of comparison lifts a weight, letting you celebrate your wins, no matter how small. You gain clarity, seeing your progress without the fog of envy. For personal growth, this truth fuels self-trust, anchoring you in your own journey. Here's how to practice. Each night, write 3 things you did well today. Maybe you nailed a presentation or stayed patient in traffic. Ignore others' achievements, focus on your growth. When comparison creeps in, pause and ask, am I better than I was last week? Keep a journal to track your progress, not theirs. This builds a habit of self-focused growth. Next up, a truth about loving without losing yourself. Truth 4. Care deeply but don't cling. Emotional detachment sets you free. Loving someone or chasing a dream is beautiful, until it consumes you. When your happiness hinges on a relationship, a job, or an outcome, you're chained to what you can't control. This Stoic truth is brutal because it asks you to care without clutching, to engage without dependency. Emotional detachment doesn't mean coldness. It's about finding balance so life's shifts don't shatter you. Stoicism teaches that clinging breeds fear of loss, failure, or rejection, while letting go brings peace. These Stoic lessons are tough to embrace. They demand you release the need for things to stay the same. But that release is where true freedom lives, letting you live fully without emotional shackles. Take a single mom in Atlanta, pouring her heart into her kids' success, panicking when they struggle. Her love is real, but her grip is tight, tying her peace to their choices. Stoicism offers a shift. Love fiercely, but don't let their path dictate your calm. Americans, raised to chase happily ever after, often tie their worth to outcomes, amplifying stress. The benefit is transformative. Detachment reduces anxiety, letting you face change with grace. You stay steady, even when life wobbles, building resilience that carries you through tough times. Relationships deepen as you love without pressure, fostering trust. To apply this, try this. When you feel attached to an outcome, like a work project or a friend's approval, pause. Ask, can I control this? If not, write down one way to act. With care but without clinging, e.g., support your friend but accept their choices. Practice daily by meditating for 5 minutes, visualizing yourself releasing one attachment. Over time, you'll feel lighter, ready to meet life as it comes. The next truth? It's about finding joy in less. Stay tuned. Truth 5. Happiness lies in simplicity and gratitude. More feels like the answer. More money, more stuff, more likes. But the chase leaves you hollow, always hungry for what's next. This Stoic truth bites because it flips the American obsession. With bigger is better. Stoicism teaches that happiness blooms when you cherish what you have, not what you lack. Simplicity isn't about going broke or living like a hermit. It's about clearing mental clutter to savor life's small joys. Gratitude turns the ordinary into enough. A warm bed, a good friend, a quiet moment. These Stoic lessons are tough to embrace in a culture pushing consumption, but they unlock peace by cutting the need for more. For personal growth, gratitude rewires your mind to see abundance everywhere. Picture a Seattle tech worker, earning 6 figures but miserable, eyeing a shinier car or fancier condo. The grind for more feels endless. Stoicism shifts the lens. A walk by the Puget Sound, a call with family. These spark joy, free and present. Americans bombarded by ads and hustle culture often miss this, chasing what never satisfies. Ennui. Payoff is profound. Contentment replaces craving. Stress fades as you stop tying happiness to stuff or status. You find joy in daily moments, building a resilience that no market crash can shake. Life feels richer, lighter, grounded in what's real. To practice, start each morning listing 3 things you're grateful for: a hot shower, a kind coworker, or simply waking up. At night, reflect. What simple moment brought joy today? Keep a gratitude journal, noting one small thing daily that felt enough. When the urge to chase more hits, pause and name something you already love. This builds a habit of simplicity and gratitude, paving the way for lasting peace. Next, a truth about where life really happens. Truth 6. Live in the present. Let the past and future go. Your mind's a time traveler, stuck replaying yesterday's mistakes or fretting over tomorrow's unknowns. It's exhausting, robbing you of the only moment you have, now. This Stoic truth stings because it's easy to dwell on what was or worry about what's coming, especially in a fast-paced world. Stoicism insists peace lives in the present. The past can't be changed and the future's out of your hands. Why let them steal your calm? Living in the now means fully engaging with what's right in front of you, from a tough task to a fleeting smile. These Stoic lessons demand focus, hard in an age of distractions, but they anchor you in life's richness. Think of a Los Angeles freelancer, stressed over a lost contract, dreading next month's bills. Their mind spins, missing the sunny afternoon or a client's kind note. Stoicism pulls them back. Tackle today's work, soak in this moment. Americans, glued to screens or planning endlessly, often skip the now, losing joy to regret or anxiety. The benefit is clarity and calm. Staying present cuts through mental noise, letting you act with purpose. You savor life's small beauties, laughter, a breeze, building a steadiness that carries you through chaos. Presence becomes your superpower. Here's how to start. Set an hourly phone alarm to pause and notice your surroundings, sounds, smells, tasks. Ask, am I here or lost in the past future? Spend 5 minutes daily meditating, focusing on your breath to anchor in the now. When worries creep in, jot them down, then refocus on one thing you can do today. Practice this and the present becomes your home. Up next, embracing the unknown with courage. Keep going. Truth 7. Embrace uncertainty. Life's only constant is change. The future's a fog. Will your job last? Will your plans pan out? Clinging to certainty feels safe, but it's a trap that breeds anxiety. This Stoic truth cuts deep because it demands you face life's unpredictability head-on. Stoicism teaches that change is the only guarantee, and fighting it only tightens the knot of fear. Accepting uncertainty doesn't mean giving up. It means walking forward, trusting you can handle whatever comes. These Stoic lessons are hard to swallow in a world obsessed with planning every step, but they free you from the paralyzing need to know. For personal growth, embracing the unknown builds courage, letting you move through life with ease. Picture a Dallas small business owner in 2025, sweating over market shifts and supply chain chaos. Every what-if spirals into panic, stalling decisions. Stoicism shifts the focus. You can't predict the economy, but you can adapt, pivot, and act today. Americans glued to forecasts and 5-year plans often dread the unknown, missing chances to grow through change. The reward is freedom from fear. Uncertainty loses its grip, replaced by confidence in your adaptability. Stress drops as you stop wrestling the future, and you gain clarity to act now. This resilience makes life's twists feel like opportunities, not threats. To practice, list one worry about the future daily, e.g., job security. Ask, can I control this? If not, write one action you can take today, e.g., update your resume. Spend 5 minutes meditating, Visualizing yourself calm amid change. When anxiety hits, breathe and repeat, I'll handle what comes. This builds a habit of flowing with uncertainty. Next, a truth about staying steady when results are slow. Truth 8. Patience and discipline are your superpowers. Instant gratification is America's drug. Fast food, quick likes, overnight success. But real progress is a slow burn, and that's tough to accept. This Stoic truth stings because it demands you keep showing up, even when rewards feel distant. Stoicism teaches that patience isn't just waiting, it's active endurance, paired with discipline to act consistently. Success isn't a sprint, it's a marathon built on daily habits. These Stoic lessons challenge the urge to quit when things don't click fast, but they forge a strength that lasts. Discipline keeps you aligned with your goals, while patience trusts the process, freeing you from frustration. Think of a Miami fitness coach training for a marathon. Weeks of sore muscles and no visible wins tempt her to bail. Stoicism steps in. Each run builds strength, even if the finish line's far. Americans, raised on instant results, often ditch goals too soon, missing the power of steady effort. The benefit is unstoppable momentum. Patience cuts impatience's edge, letting you focus on the work. Discipline builds habits that carry you to your goals, boosting confidence. You become a rock, unshaken by slow progress. Here's how to start. Pick one goal, e.g., learning a Hyundai skill. Break it into a daily habit, e.g., 15 minutes of practice. Track your consistency, not results, for a week. When impatience creeps in, pause and ask, am I doing the work today? At night, reflect, did I show up? Reward small wins to stay motivated. This habit of discipline and patience sets you up for big gains. Up next, the freedom of letting go. Don't stop now. Truth 9. Forgive and let go. Free yourself from resentment. Holding a grudge feels like armor, protecting you from past hurts, a friend's betrayal, a coworker's slight. But it's a heavy load, chaining you to pain. This Stoic truth stings because forgiveness seems like letting the offender win. Stoicism flips that. Forgiveness isn't for them, it's for you. Resentment poisons your calm, replaying old wounds and stealing your present. Letting go doesn't excuse wrong, it releases its grip on your soul. These Stoic lessons are tough in a culture that prizes holding tight to justice, but they unlock a lighter, freer you. For personal growth, forgiveness clears emotional clutter, making space for peace and clarity. Picture a Boston teacher, still bitter years after a colleague took credit for her work. Anger festers, tainting her days. Stoicism steps in. She can't undo the past, but she can choose to release its hold. Americans, quick to demand fairness, often cling to grudges, letting them erode joy. The payoff is liberating. Forgiveness dissolves bitterness, easing mental strain. You reclaim energy, focusing on what lifts you up. Relationships heal as you move forward without baggage, and your heart feels unburdened, ready for new connections. To practice, identify one grudge. Write down who hurt you and why. Ask, does holding this serve me? Journal one reason to let go, e.g., I want peace. Each day, visualize releasing this weight, like dropping a stone. If anger resurges, breathe and repeat, I choose my peace. Practice this for a week, noting how you feel lighter. This habit frees you from the past. Next, a truth about where joy really lives. Truth 10. Find joy in the journey, not just the destination. You tell yourself you'll be happy when you land the promotion, buy the house, cross the finish line, but pinning joy to goals keeps it out of reach. This Stoic truth is hard because America worships outcomes. Success is the prize, right? Stoicism disagrees. Joy lies in the process, the daily steps, the effort itself. The destination might shift, but the journey shapes you. These Stoic lessons challenge the rush for results, urging you to savor the work, the struggle, the growth. It's tough when society glorifies wins, but finding joy now transforms how you live. Think of a Denver artist grinding on paintings, frustrated because galleries haven't called. She's waiting for success to feel alive. Stoicism shifts her gaze. Each brushstroke, each late night is where meaning lives. Americans hooked on milestones often miss the beauty of the grind, delaying happiness. The benefit is immediate. Joy becomes accessible today. You stress less about outcomes, finding purpose in action. Confidence grows as you value effort, not just results. Life feels fuller, richer, alive in every step. Here's how to start. Pick a goal, e.g., fitness. Each day, note one moment of joy in the process, e.g., feeling strong mid-workout. Ask, did I show up today? At week's end, reflect, what small steps felt meaningful? Write them down to reinforce the habit. When chasing results tempts you, pause and focus on one task you love doing now. This practice roots joy in the journey, setting you up for a life of purpose. Ready to put these truths into action? The 10 Stoic truths: mastering responses, embracing failure, finding joy in the journey, light a path to a freer, stronger you. But knowing them isn't enough. Stoicism isn't a book you read, it's a life you live. For Americans buried in deadlines, distractions, and drama, turning these truths into action takes practice. That's where Stoic practices come in, simple daily habits to root wisdom in your bones. These aren't chores. They're tools to carve out peace in a chaotic world. Ready to make Stoicism your own? Here are 5 daily exercises to weave its power into your life, starting today. Evening reflection. Course correct your day. Ever end a day feeling off, unsure why? Reflection realigns you. This Stoic practice sharpens self-awareness, helping you live your values. Picture a San Francisco tech worker, frazzled after meetings, snapping at a friend. Reflection catches that misstep, guiding better choices tomorrow. Each night, spend 5 minutes reviewing your day. Ask, what went well? Where did I stray? Write down one win, e.g., stayed calm in traffic, and one area to improve, e.g., rushed a task. Don't judge, just observe. This builds clarity, cutting stress by keeping you on track. Over weeks, you'll spot patterns like reacting under pressure and adjust. It's like a mental compass for personal growth, ensuring each day moves you closer to your best self. Morning gratitude. Start with abundance. Mornings set your tone. Rushing in dread sours the day. Gratitude flips that, grounding you in what's good. In a Miami cubicle, a stressed accountant feels trapped, overlooking life's gifts. This Stoic practice shifts the lens. Before coffee, list 3 things you're thankful for: a sunny day, a supportive partner, a steady job. Write them down or say them aloud. Why does this work? It rewires your brain to see plenty, not lack, easing anxiety. For Americans chasing more, gratitude makes enough feel rich. Do this daily for a month, and joy creeps into even tough days. It's a small act with big impact, anchoring you in calm no matter what's ahead. Silence and stillness. Find clarity in pause. Your phone buzzes, emails pile up, noise is everywhere. Silence is a Stoic antidote, creating space for wisdom. A Chicago nurse overwhelmed by long shifts feels scattered. 5 minutes of quiet resets her. Each day, find a still moment, before bed, during lunch. Sit, breathe, and listen to your thoughts without reacting. No music, no screens. This practice tames mental chaos, letting insights bubble up. Why bother? It sharpens focus, cuts impulsive reactions, and builds patience. In a world that glorifies hustle, this Stoic practice is rebellion, reclaiming your mind. Start with 2 minutes if 5 feels long, then grow. You'll find calm in the storm, ready to face life with a clear head. Set boundaries. Protect your peace. Saying yes to everything, extra shifts, social plans, drains you. Boundaries are Stoic armor, guarding your energy. A New York freelancer swamped by client demands feels stretched thin. Setting limits saves her. Each morning, review your day. What's essential? What can wait? Politely decline one non-priority. I can't join that meeting. At work, mute non-urgent notifications for an hour. Why does this matter? Boundaries align your time with your values, reducing overwhelm. For Americans juggling work and life, this practice restores control. The benefit? Less stress, more focus on what matters. Practice daily, noting how no feels empowering. Over time, you'll carve out space for joy and growth, unshaken by external pulls. Voluntary discomfort. Build inner strength. Comfort feels good until life hits hard. Stoicism toughens you through small challenges. A Denver student, cozy and routine, fears change. Skipping a daily comfort, like sugar or scrolling, steals her. Once a week, pick a discomfort, skip a meal, take a cold shower, or walk instead. Drive. Start small, like no coffee for a day. Why do this? It trains resilience, proving you can handle tough moments. In America's convenience culture, this Stoic practice builds grit, preparing you for unexpected blows. The payoff is confidence. You face life's storms without flinching. Track your discomforts in a journal, noting how they strengthen you. Over weeks, you'll crave these tests, knowing they forge a tougher, calmer you. These daily habits transform Stoicism from ideas to instinct. Start with one practice, gratitude perhaps, and add others as they stick. For Americans craving peace amid chaos, these exercises are your anchor. They don't demand hours, just intent. Commit to them, and watch stress fade, clarity grow, and joy deepen. The path to a Stoic life starts with small steps taken now. Ready to cement these truths? The final step is embracing their long-term power. Stay with it. You've walked through 10 Stoic truths and 5 daily practices, each a step toward a life of clarity and calm. But Stoicism isn't a quick fix. It's a lifelong path. For Americans, caught in the grind of 2025, where stress and speed rule, embracing a Stoic lifestyle offers more than relief. It reshapes how you live. This final section dives into the lasting rewards of Stoicism, a story of transformation, and a call to start now. Why commit to this path? Because it builds a peace that endures, no matter what life throws. Let's explore the long-term gains and how they can redefine your journey. The Stoic lifestyle delivers 3 core benefits: unshakable peace, relentless resilience, and deep meaning. First, peace. Life's chaos, layoffs, arguments, unexpected bills can't be dodged, but Stoicism hands you an anchor. By focusing on what you control, like your reactions, you create a calm that holds steady through storms. Picture waking up, not dreading the day, but meeting it with quiet confidence. This isn't fleeting happiness, it's a stillness that grows stronger with practice. Studies show mindfulness-based practices like Stoic reflection cut stress by up to 30%, grounding you in a world that never slows. Over years, this peace becomes your default, a sanctuary no crisis can breach. Next, resilience. Stoicism forges inner strength, turning setbacks into stepping stones. Failure, rejection, loss, they sting, but you learn to rise faster each time. A 2024 survey found 65% of Americans feel overwhelmed by uncertainty. Stoicism counters this by training you to embrace change. You adapt, pivot, and keep moving like a boxer rolling with punches. This toughness compounds. Small wins, like staying calm in traffic, build a grit that carries you through bigger battles. Long-term, you become someone who thrives under pressure, not just survives, inspiring those around you to do the same. Finally, meaning. In a culture chasing titles and toys, Stoicism redefines success. It's not about what you have, but who you are, kind, disciplined, present. By aligning actions with values, you craft a life that feels full, not hollow. Gratitude and simplicity, core Stoic practices, shift your focus to life's quiet joys. A shared laugh, a morning walk, Over time, this purpose grows, giving every day weight and warmth. You're not just getting by, you're building a legacy of wisdom, one choice at a time. These benefits, peace, resilience, meaning, aren't dreams. They're the fruits of a Stoic lifestyle, yours to claim. Consider Sarah, a single mom in Phoenix. 5 years ago, she was drowning, overworked, bitter from a divorce, scrolling endlessly to escape. A friend shared Stoic ideas, and she started small, nightly reflections, listing 3 things she was grateful for. At first it felt forced. How could she be thankful amid chaos? But writing down moments like her son's smile or a coworker's help shifted her lens. She practiced boundaries, saying no to extra shifts to focus on her health. Voluntary discomfort, like skipping social media for a day, built her willpower. Over months, Sarah's stress eased. She forgave her ex, not for him, but to free herself. By year 2, setbacks like a job loss didn't crush her. She pivoted, landing a better role. Now Sarah radiates calm, her life rich with purpose. Her story isn't unique, it's what Stoicism does, turning struggle into strength for anyone who commits. Why does this matter for you? America's pace won't slow. Rising costs, political noise, social pressures keep coming. But you can change how you meet them. Stoicism isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Start with one practice, maybe gratitude, and let it grow. The long-term payoff is a life where fear loses its grip, where you savor the present, where your choices reflect your deepest values. Isn't that worth a few minutes a day? The beauty of Stoicism is its simplicity. Small, steady steps lead to big shifts. You don't need more time, money, or luck, just the will to begin. Every truth you've learned, every practice you've explored, is a tool to build a life that's yours, unshaken by the world's noise. So where do you start? Pick one Stoic practice, reflection, silence, or discomfort, and try it for a week. Notice how it feels to pause before reacting, to find joy in a small moment. Share your progress with a friend. Accountability fuels momentum. Over time, these habits weave into your days, transforming how you work, love, and live. You're not just surviving 2025, you're thriving, with a calm that radiates and a purpose that endures. The path is here, waiting for you to take the first step. Will I be you? Due to time constraints, we'll wrap up here. I hope this video has been helpful to you. If it aids you even in a small way, I'm deeply fulfilled. Save this video to your playlist for revisiting anytime. Please like and share it so others can hear it too. Sometimes a timely message can change a life. And don't forget to subscribe to Daily Stoic Habits and hit the bell icon to stay updated with more valuable content. Goodbye, and see you next time.